From Severin Films on a 4K Ultra HD release, it's Cathy's Curse. This is one that had a Blu-ray release from Severin. I think I did a written review for it back in the day, but now here we are with the wonderful video technology. And here we are with a UHD disc and a Blu-ray disc. The UHD disc does have some special features like the audio commentary featuring Brian Collins from, well, I know it was Shockwave at one point, and they did some other podcasts. Blu-ray loaded with some pretty cool stuff. You got, tricks and treats. Cathy's daddy. Cathy, yeah, easy for me to say. A bunch of interviews. You know how it is when you do these reviews for Severin and all those boutique labels. They always have a whole bunch of interviews from people involved, which is great. Two disc. There is the director's cut and the U.S. release of this. I prefer probably the U.S. release on this one. Just seems to be a little bit more straight to the point because this movie does kind of drag in some parts. Has a little essay when you open it up right here, written by Mr. Collins. You get your Blu-ray, you get your 4K, and you also get your reverse cover. Probably keeping the original one for some reason. There may have been a slipcase with people that ordered this originally. I don't know. This is, of course, one of those comp copies, where how you can review this if you want to. And I didn't get a slipcase on this one before I did on the Devil's Honey one, but I ain't complaining. I got the movie, that's all that matters. But the movie is a bit of a mixed bag. It's considered by some to be so bad it's good. Maybe if I watch it again around a bunch of friends, I might get the whole so bad it's good vibe. I think it's interesting. I think that's a pretty cool idea. Some pretty cool scenes. It feels Italian to me, even though it's Canadian. I mean, if you watch it, it feels very Italianish. Of course, maybe that's because I had watched Devil's Honey before, but it feels Italian to me, even though it's supposed to be strictly Canadian. And the plot is this girl and her dad are like fleeing away from their situation at the start of the movie. They get in an automobile accident. They burn up in it because apparently the girl couldn't roll the window down. Not sure if it was automatics or rollies, but if it was rollies, then there was really no sense for her to die. But hey, look what we're talking about. And you fast forward to where her brother is back at the old house with his family, and he's got this girl Cathy, and she finds this really weird doll in the attic, and then she finds like this very weird painting of the girl that lived there before with the weird eyes, and strange things start happening. And she basically becomes possessed by the girl that had died. And then weird things just unfold one after another. Things that don't make no sense, but kind of like when you do haunting genres, it feels like you can kind of just do anything you want to do because there is no rules, regulations. If you want to have a scene where old dude is sitting there losing his shit and then, spiders and rats and snakes show up, you can do just that without any fear of it being called out of left field because, hey, it's a foreign, semi-cheaply done haunted film where things can just happen spontaneously. And when this one ends, I don't really know if I would say the ending is up to par with what I would want, even though I don't know what I would expect for something like this for an ending. But all in all, I give the movie a 2.5 out of 5. It's worth watching, probably if you're a little bit drunk with a whole bunch of friends. If you're watching it by yourself like I did, maybe you kind of miss a little bit of some of the gleefulness that some people seem to enjoy, although the grandpa in this film does tend to go above and beyond in his acting performance. So maybe we should give him some form of reward for just that. Nonetheless, the rest of it's a little dry at times. There's definitely some creepy stuff. There's some stuff that makes you go, well, that's interesting. But overall, it's more just a weird movie than it is anything else. 4K looks good. Feels a little washed out in some parts of it. Of course, I'm sure that's the source. But as far as HDR and motions and colors and looking natural and all that, it definitely looks the part. So if you're into these weird kid movies, then Cathy's Curse is definitely not a bad option for you to check out.